Now it's time for Lefties Losing It, and we have a couple of gems coming for you shortly, including a delicious case of instant karma. But let's first check in with the leader of the free world. Remember him? Here he is in Africa, and he's being guided around Angola, which he seems to think is a city.
You know, with you in Angola, a vibrant city, and I look, not the city. The city I know is not Angola, but in Angola, in a vibrant city.
Glad he cleared that up, or he may have looked foolish. Soon he was on much firmer ground, talking about his favourite topic, trains.
I'm probably the most pro-rail guy in America. I've ridden over 1,300,000 miles on a daily basis to my work.
Okay, you know, these days people ask Joe Biden how he sleeps at night with all the lies he's told, the damage he's done to the country. Turns out he sleeps just fine.
Of people, goods and services, but will also promote shared prosperity and inclusive growth across the region. Internal consultations aiming at aligning this project with national priorities and other bilateral and regional commitments. In closing, allow me to reiterate Tanzania's commitment to regional integration and shared prosperity.
Oh dear, perhaps it was just resting his eyes. Surely he only dozed off for a few seconds. No, he's still asleep.
We note the progress made on the development of the Lobito corridor and commend the visionary leadership that has brought this initiative to life. And it is through such partnerships and innovations that Africa's Agenda 2063 will be realized.
Okay, that's enough. I don't have all night on this segment just to be playing you Joe Biden sleeping, because that did go on for longer than I've showed you. The good news is that Joe Biden bounced back to deliver this rousing message. Yep, he's talking trains again and seems to be confused about exactly who the president is.
Mr. President, I'm coming back to ride on the train all the way from end to end. As I say, when we on the Senate floor of the United States Senate, excuse a point of personal privilege. I've ridden an awful lot on trains. I commute every day, so I like trains a lot.
Let's have a look now at MSNBC genius Joy Reid, who felt the need to fact-check a funny meme President-elect Donald Trump posted.
Just a few hours ago, Trump posted this obviously AI photo of him standing on a mountaintop next to the Canadian flag, looking off into the distance with the caption, "Oh, Canada." And for the record, he appears to be looking at the Matterhorn, which is on the border between Switzerland and Italy, not Canada.
Thanks, Joy. How the mighty have fallen. Remember back when billionaire Mark Cuban, the world's dumbest billionaire, was smack-talking Donald Trump with this cringe performance?
You're shiny, orange, and empty inside. I'd say you're a traffic cone, but I would swerve to avoid a traffic curve.
That's gonna leave a mark, Cuban.
Then we saw his all-out campaign to help make Kamala president. He was everywhere. But now the dude who bears a striking resemblance to Rachel Maddow is reduced to appearing on the podcast of the Hawk Tour Girl. Really?
You got Pookie's Pickles.
Yeah, I bet you do.
So would you invest in it?
No.
That was quick. That was fast.
You know what? I'm not investing in anything named Pickle after a guy. It's just...
Okay. That's
fair enough.
Now, this has to be my personal favourite. This is instant karma in all its deliciousness. Let's check in on this smug but ignorant lefty woman on election day, recounting an encounter with a store clerk.
He's asked me, why I was getting the champagne, and I said, because I'm going to be toasting Madam President tonight. And he just looked at me with kind of like a smirk on his face. And I said, she's going to win this, right? And he says, oh, well, it's very, very close. And I said, no, it's not. Says, well, what do you mean? I said, no, it's not. The women of America are making their voices heard. Reproductive rights is what it all comes down to. And the women are voting in numbers relative to men that are unbelievable. She's won this. And I said to him, she's going to take every one of the swing states plus Iowa.
She was right. It wasn't close. Only Kamala didn't win every swing state. And as for Iowa, she lost Iowa by more than 13%. But our expert wasn't done yet. She told the store clerk just what her credentials were.
I'm a political analyst. I'm telling you right now, the numbers are there. She's taking this election. And then I said to him, you realize, and he didn't tell me who he voted for, but of course I knew. And I said, you do realize you wasted your vote, right? And I didn't care.
Oh, gosh, so likeable. Now let's check in with Dr. Arlene. Post-election, I'm sure she's going to apologise to that shopkeeper and put away her pundit hat, eat a little bit of humble pie.
We'll talk about the cabinet appointments, other things that people are concerned about. We'll take an in-depth look at those things.
No, of course not. These people never acknowledge their clownish mistakes. They never apologise. They just double down on the lunacy.